What's up everybody, it's Craig from the Rusty Fig, and today I'm going to show you a technique called notching. When it comes to growth on your fig trees, there are many different techniques to control how it grows, positions. You can use pruning, grafting. There are a lot of different grafting techniques. There is trunk chopping. There are a range of different techniques to get the growth where you want it. But we found one of the most effective ways to get a branch where you want it is notching. In essence, what notching is a technique of stimulating a dormant bud where you want a branch. If we show you here, and this is an example of an effective notch just above a dormant bud, which has now stimulated new growth. So just to quickly explain what notching does, a fig tree, or all trees, have hormones and nutrients and sap that flows up and down along the trunk. What you're doing with notching is you're creating a point where you disrupt that. So this was the point where we disrupted it and there was a dormant bud. What that does is it creates a traffic jam of nutrients, hormones and sap flow. And what that does is it stimulates the bud to wake up, which, as you can see, has happened here. That is a great way to control where you want your branches, especially if we look at this tree, which is quite high up. We didn't want to lose the production on this tree because it's a heavy cropping variety. So we didn't want to chop the trunk all the way and lose a whole year's productivity. But what we can do is notch it. This will now grow into a branch. So when it comes to winter next year, we can cut slightly above it and we've already got a branch, some kind of structure to leverage off for the next year. So what I want to do is show you the technique in action so that you can see how it's done, how easy it is, and that you can perform it yourself. Basically what you need to do, if you look at this plant, which is a new variety we're experimenting with, it's got branches quite high up, but once again we want to see what it's going to do. We want to have a look at the leaves, the fruits, so we don't want to chop it off and lose a whole year. So what we need to do is identify a dormant bud, and if I bring you in close, you can see there's a dormant bud just above my finger. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a 45-degree cut and push it in about a quarter of the way into the wood. You want to make sure you get through the cambium into the bark to create an effective flow. If you don't get through the cambium completely, it's just going to bypass and not be effective. So once you've made your 45-degree cut, you then just go straight, which then creates the notch. And there you go. There is your notch. Right above the node. It will bleed a bit. That's fine. It'll heal itself perfectly fine. And within 2 weeks to a month, that notch will turn into something like that and create a branch, which for this season at least would not have otherwise become a branch. And that's notching. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you found it useful. Please share some of your notching experiences, how it's worked, if it's worked. If you've got any questions, we'd be more than happy to help and guide you through the process. Once again, please subscribe so you can get notifications of these kinds of tips and tricks as we go through the growing season. Engage, comment, and just let us know how you find what we're doing. If you have any recommendations or suggestions, please just drop them below as well. Take care everyone.